sure we're moving forward, because we haven't talked about it a little bit.
I see no reason not to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think we would like to contact some of us, one of us contact Turtle Creek to see if they'd like to cooperate. I didn't get the feeling from Wayne that they want to mess with it.
Well, we presented information at the engineers' dinner, and I think people heard it and were intrigued by it, but I haven't gotten any, hey, count us in calls.
Right.
So I don't know that we should expect any of that, which is kind of what I was waiting to see play out, so.
Well, do you wanna contact somebody down there, or have
Yeah.
Jack contact?
I can call somebody, I'll call Jim down at Turtle Creek and maybe Jonathan.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
keep-
just
I'll-
let me know yeah, we wouldn't tie onto them with our issue going to the
Absolutely.
ball, but
Right.
getting pricing, it would be.
Exactly.
Right,
Timing.
yeah,
Timing there's.
timing wise, right.
Okay, very good.
Couple other things. The Novak, they have the draft of the admin, so I should have that in its final form in the next week or so. The fire will be sometime thereafter they're done. The chief and I have sat down and gone over generally the things they found. We'll go over the draft with them, and so they can finalize and make sure it's tweaked enough that it doesn't say anything that we totally disagree with. But one question, how do you want that presented? What is your preference for them to come and make presentation? Combined, two separate? You want the document? How would you like to have that play out? A totally separate meeting?
Well, personally, I'd certainly like to have the document before they come to give a presentation, so I can develop questions if I have them. And whether it be at a special meeting or not, I don't know if it'd be necessary need to do that, but we can if you guys want to. I mean, I don't really care.
I would agree that I'd want the draft
Yeah.
beforehand, and we can either make it part of the second meeting of this month, or I'm gonna miss the first meeting in July. So, if we did that, we, for my benefit, if you guys wouldn't mind, I'd rather have a special meeting to do that.
Okay, good. All right, let's plan on a special meeting. You said, you believe it'll be ready within 2 weeks? Is that what you're?
Well, can we do it on the 22nd?
I won't be here on the 22nd,
You won't
so.
be here.
No, that's right, that's right.
That's right.
I think if you're not here at that first meeting in July, sometime between this 22nd and the first meeting
Yeah,
in
it's a big
July,
gap
it's gonna
there.
be
Yeah,
but let me get back to them and see when they think
Okay.
the presentation. I'm sure the admin side, they'd be ready to do that. Fire side, I don't know
okay.
who they wanna have come to that. Would that be like a Monday evening thing, the off Monday?
Monday evening, Monday morning, Tuesday, I don't, I can make it work as long as I know fairly soon before I start getting booked up.
Okay,
Do we wanna target that Monday between our meeting and the 4th of July, which would be what? The
29th, I think.
29th? Will that give them enough time, or do we wanna go out? Cause I'm available the next week as well.
I'll be out of town that week, sir.
which week?
29th.
Week after the 4th?
The week leading into the 4th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So the 6th?
the 29th.
No.
No, I'm saying the
He's saying
6th
the
as far
6th.
as a date.
Oh,
That's the one you cannot make, right?
I could make the 6th, I'm leaving on the 10th, on my vacation, or the 11th, excuse me.
Yeah, I can do the 6th.
6, all right.
All right, let me see if they can plug in the 6th.
Okay. Just, let's give it a whirl. Now, if that doesn't work, could we do the 7th?
If it's in the evening. For me,
Okay. Evening's better for you on both of them.
yeah, actually.
Okay. All right, evening then 6 or 7.
All right,
That'd be good.
I will let you know.
Thank you. Anything else?
No.
I do have, and I guess we'll move to comments, I have something that we need to think about. I've been asked on a number of occasions, and I have actually forgot to bring it up. We've been asked if we would want to donate to the Borough 2000 celebration.
200
200, yeah, that'd be better.
would be.
Borough 200 bicentennial celebration. The city asked, because they donated about $50,000. And
Was that the final number?
well, they're not done.
Okay,
And let's just say it's ongoing.
okay.
That's from what I understand. They don't expect anything like that from us, and that, obviously. But if we wanted to donate a couple $100 or $500 or $1,000, if that's something that's appropriate, we probably have to think about that. I mean, it is, we do service them, and they are part of the township. So, it's all home to us, so I would certainly like to see us do something, but reasonable.
Yeah,
And I don't think they're thinking of, we haven't been involved in any of the planning, we weren't asked to be, and I don't think they're thinking of anything. They didn't give me any indication, they just wondered if we were gonna participate.
They're running, the city is not doing it, correct? It's a whole
No,
separate.
no, it's an independent board.
Independent board.
Yeah,
But the city's funding most, a good majority of it.
well, no, I guess my point was it's not a Springboro city
Right.
activity, it's a separate entity running with the idea, and the donation would be to the Borough 200
That would be.
organization.
That's right.
Right.
When we
Which
met,
is a 501c3.
Right. and you and I sat down with,
Todd?
yeah, who's the chair
Right.
at one point, and that's where I got the $100,000 number from him, that he said the city was gonna commit to, and I think we collectively scoffed at him, actually, but just based on the fact that they had planned for this 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and had been putting money aside for that. But I would agree that something reasonable, I think we need to come. And the big part of their celebration is gonna be the July 4th weekend.
Third, fourth, and the fifth is
Right,
when everything
right.
happens.
And
For the most part.
I've talked to Chief Terrell about expanding, just kind of based on the fact that it's this year for us as well, it's our bicentennial, to do something different, or not different, but augment the efforts of National Night Out as our efforts.
Well, I think one of the things that they would probably like, the fire department's already involved and gonna be there, I understand on
We're
the somewhat,
just starting to get involved, yes.
Right.
I heard that. And I would expect that they could probably use some help from the police department. I don't know if have you talked to Jeff yet? Well, I expect he's going to be calling you. Okay. Soon. See if you can possibly help out some of, just traffic control, whatever, security. Of course, they're expecting a lot of people. I don't know if it'll be a lot of people or not. So
They're doing a concert here, aren't they doing a concert each night, and then they're doing, Ted and Becky's place, they're gonna fire fireworks off from there. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna be out of town for that as well, but, sounds like they've put together quite a,
they
at least
expect,
for
they're saying they'll have 100,000 people here for that weekend.
that's a big number.
But they might. I don't know. Anyway, you guys wanna think about that?
Yeah. Do you have an idea of what is reasonable
I-
or nominal or?
Yeah, no, I got you. I personally, I would think $2,500 would be as much as we would want to donate. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
Well-
And maybe the number's 1,000.
They've got different levels of sponsorship. Is there any way you could get us between now and the next meeting and we can make that decision? Because we'd wanna be part of what they're doing in the July 4th weekend, so we'd wanna get involved.
Well, I can tell you this, that all the sponsorship things, they would certainly make you another sponsor, but all the printed material is done.
It's done
So
completely,
we're not gonna be on there as
no
a
matter what
sponsor,
happens.
but I'm sure
Okay.
they can put our name on
Okay.
something. Tell you the truth, but yeah, the posters went up today.
Okay,
sponsors on them. But I'm sure there'll be programs to be printed, they have not been printed, so if we could be, if we wanted to do a sponsorship of some level, and I think they have. 200,
Yeah, I think,
500,000,
yeah.
I mean, they have many.
I don't have, my other folio has the information on it. Do you still have that, Jay?
I'm gonna say no,
Okay.
but they have a website where I'm sure all that
Right.
I
information lives.
expect you're right.
I can check that out and see if there's some levels, but I think they'll take whatever amount
I think
Yeah, they're gonna take whatever we give them.
And
they decide is appropriate.
we could fit into any level where they'll make a level for us, I'm sure.
Yeah, I would think finding something to pay for would be a better way to sponsor something.
So patron sponsor is $100, Panther Pride sponsor is $500, Borough Buddy sponsor is $1,500, then it jumps to $5,000 for a gala sponsorship, and on it goes. But I would agree, I would think they would have a special category for our involvement.
Well, I think, yeah, wherever they wanted to plug us in or whatever we wanted to say, we could come up with something, I'm sure. And I'm for sure we can get on a program, but we won't be able to wait very long.
No.
The fourth is here and there.
Do we want, then do we just want to agree to a maximum now?
I would if we can.
Well, I think it's out of the goodness of our heart. It is, we're not going to benefit anything by putting our name up and saying we're sponsors. Let's just
Donation.
help them and
Yep.
let it be that, and we're not going to derive anything out of it except goodwill.
More
to a
involved,
friend,
yeah.
Well, and we're gonna have we'll have fire department, support, police department,
Exactly.
so we're spending money there also, no question.
Probably more than any monetary.
Probably so. Doesn't take long to add that. Yeah. Okay, wanna do 1,500?
It's fine with me. I think that's more than just saying, okay, here's $100, but it's not as much, it's not,
Yeah. Not 2,500,
it's not,
5,000.
yeah, it's not a substantial amount.
1,000 popped out of my mind, but, you know.
Yeah, no, it is minimal, but. I would go up to 1,500, I don't know that
No, I agree. I'm looking at that. Yeah, the Borough Buddy is 1,500, so if they would classified us as that, that would be,
Well, why don't we just say that if we want to make a motion to do 1,500, that's a donation to the Borough 200 committee, and they can give us a name or whatever.
right,
That might be gone, I mean, I don't know.
I'll go with 1,000. I would say if we could go 1,000 for the township, if I would kick in and share costs with other officials to get it up to 1,500.
is this where Linda gets penalized for?
Yeah.
In this case.
400 for her and 33
That's right, okay,
Okay, I don't mind doing that at all.
that's fine. $1.25 apiece,
Yeah,
that's fine.
okay. Let's do that. We'll do 1,000, okay, could I entertain a motion to donate $1,000, and the elected officials will come up with another 500. Fair enough?
So moved.
Okay. Second?
Yes.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yay.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Okay. Good deal. Okay. Anybody else have any comments or questions? We do have an executive session scheduled with resolution 4721. Is there a motion to recess the regular meeting and go into
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Wade?
Yay.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.